artist, you should have already mastered breathing. How to breathe is something you know how to do. Why? Because you have to articulate yourself. You have to articulate yourself with almost perfect timing. You need to be timing yourself in between the beats, in between the metronome. You need to be timing yourself alongside life. You need to be timing yourself. And as you timing yourself, you need to also be breathing. Know when to breathe. Breathe at the periods. Breathe at the top of the sentence and breathe at the bottom of the sentence. But know when to breathe. Breathe. Peace, power, and prosperity. Welcome to a artist edition of Let's Get Rich. Yeah, this one for the artists. Okay? I like to make sure I'm devoting specific energy to the artist, specific energy to my reflection, and also being that example, letting you know you should be devoting also specific energy to your reflection. You making music for yourself. You creating art for yourself and those that recognize yourself in your art, or themselves in your art rather. Okay? So it's a few things that we're going to be doing here. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, save this video for later, but also put your post notifications on, okay? For all my weekly updates on the artist frequency, okay? I'm going to be showing us different methodologies as it pertains to producing, as it pertains to stepping into the right mindset that you need to be in to create good music. Okay, to be the artist that you need to be, but more importantly, to be the content creator that also comes with being an artist. Okay, to being an outspoken person that also comes with being an artist. You nearly got to become a sensei or a yogi when you an artist. Why? Because you must have learned how to master your emotions and not let your emotions master you. That's part of being an artist. Okay, so that's one of the things that we're going to step into. How to master the emotions. How do I overcome my emotions and allow them to become an aspect of my art? Okay? We should be doing that much, okay, to being the greatest artist that we can be. And it takes nothing. It takes nothing to be a great person. It takes nothing to be a great artist, but it will take you some skill. Okay, and I say it's nothing because you already have it in you. You was already set out to be a great person. You was already set out to be a great artist, wasn't you? Okay, the first thing we're going to need to be doing as we begin our sessions, I want us to first master the art of calming yourself. Calm yourself. Calm yourself down. It's better to let yourself calm its own self down. I'm going to say it again. It's better to calm your own self down rather than let life obstacles calm you down. Learn how to calm yourself down. Because we're going to need you in your right mind state and your right spirit state when you're creating music. We're going to need you to be creating music from a calm place. When you're in that calm place, you're able to think the way you need to think. When you're in that calm place, okay, you're able to operate in a solution-oriented mindset. When you're in that calm state, you can see the victory. And we need you to be able to see the victory. So learn how to calm yourself down. Whenever you're about to create music, don't create it over static. Don't create it feeling so much energy, but create it in calmness. No matter what it's about, okay? Create your music in calmness. And now if it's something inside your music that raise the vibration, if it's something inside your craft or your art or whatever you're creating, if it's something that lifts the frequency or raises the energy, then allow that to happen naturally. But don't walk into the equation already ecstatic. You are putting false narratives on the music that didn't belong there. Then you start speaking directly from the emotion. Then you start speaking directly from the excitement of whatever emotion that you are experiencing. And that's not what we come to do. What we came to do was offer you a solution. What we came to do is offer you resolution. Okay? Yeah, we came to offer resolution. So, nevertheless, Let's begin operating from a calm state. Now, there's many different ways you can enter this calm state. I like to start off with breathing. If you're an artist, you should have mastered breathing. I'm going to say it again. If you're an artist, you should have already mastered breathing. How to breathe is something you know how to do. Why? Because you have to articulate yourself. You have to articulate yourself with almost perfect timing. You need to be timing yourself in between the beats, in between the metronome. You need to be timing yourself alongside life. You need to be timing yourself. And as you timing yourself, you need to also be breathing. Know when to breathe. Breathe at the periods. Breathe at the top of the sentence and breathe at the bottom of the sentence. But know when to breathe. Breathe. Practice the art of breathing, because if you're going to calm yourself down, okay, you're going to have to learn how to breathe. Learn how to master your own breath. As you master your breath, you will also master your thoughts. As you master your thoughts, you will also master your energy. Learn how to master thyself. Okay? Okay? The journey to becoming a great musician, the journey to becoming a great artist is also the journey to mastering thyself. The art of self-mastery is indeed art itself. I'm going to say it again. The art of self-mastery is indeed art itself. And this begins at calming yourself. Training your nervous system to operate in a calm mind. You train your nervous system by teaching it to breathe. Knowing when to breathe. Knowing how to breathe. Why must we know when to breathe? Isn't this something innate? Wouldn't I already breathe? No, you won't. You must know to breathe when you are thinking a thing that you don't need to be thinking. Breathe. You must know to breathe when you are feeling ecstatic, feeling excited. Breathe. You must know to breathe, okay? Even when you don't have a great reason to breathe, you must even breathe then. Why? Because at certain times within communicating yourself, you will need to pause. Purposeful pauses matter. Okay? And you're going to need to have an abundant amount of purposeful pauses. Why? Because in the silence, there is emotion. Watch. In the silence, there is emotion. Watch. Hear the build up. You see where I'm going? Notice the pauses. You hear the tension building up. The anticipation, and the silence is the emotions, and in the emotions is where we find the silence. Okay? Know how to create your silences. Know how to master the art of breathing, and after you master the art of breathing, you will have mastered the art of calming yourself when you need to be calm. Okay? Yes. See, here, we're going to be producing the right amount of artists. I'm going to be giving you the aspect of the producer that the world is missing, because the greatest part about the producer is the fact that the producer is the teacher in the room. The fact that the producer is the leader in the room. We are leading you onto the canvas that we help create. Okay? That you're also going to provide the different tools, the building crew, and the building blocks. But we're going to help create the canvas. Meaning we're going to lead you to creating a canvas that truly paints the picture that you are trying to paint. And in doing so, we're going to help you. Okay, how are we going to help you? We're going to direct you. The producer is also the director. And can be. Okay, the producer is also the director. Matter of fact, the producer is the director, the camera person. Okay, the producer, the screenwriter, okay, the casting director. You as the artist should be able to freely communicate your art on this canvas without any limitations. Okay, so that's the first step. We're going to be calming ourselves. We're going to be breathing. I don't want you to be practicing breathing in real time. Practice happens when no one's around. You want to have it already mastered when you're in front of the camera. You want to have it already mastered when you're in front of the crowd. So practice when you're by yourself. When you're by yourself, you breathe. breathe with the rhythm. Knowing how to, in life, bring the life in. Knowing how to X life, let that life go. Because we know that we holding on to certain things that we don't need to be holding on to. Correct? Correct? And if we aim to be the artist that the next generation need, we're going to need to be able to show them how to be the best versions of themselves, because we're the best version of ourselves, because we're not carrying the baggage of yesterday. We are not the bag lady or the bag man. Okay? We aren't filling our sad shoes up, okay, with pictures of the past. This is why certain people find it hard to adjust to today, because they are trying to relive the past. How many of you are trying to relive your teen years? Some of you call the good old days back when you was too young to defend yourself, back when you had no responsibilities. They were the good old days? I think the good days happened when I became a man and was able to help someone. I think the good days happened for me when I was truly able to articulate myself. Were they really the good old days when you had no responsibility? I want you to understand that's just you carrying the baggage of yesterday. And yesterday, there was no responsibilities. Yesterday, there was less accountabilities. Yesterday, you could have waited on everyone else but yourself. But today, we need you. Okay? I want to thank you for joining me on this experience, because we indeed got a long season ahead of us. I want to go ahead and thank you for already clicking like, clicking subscribe, clicking comment, and letting us know how you feel, letting us know how you receive. I want to thank you in advance. If you're a producer out there, welcome to the party. Feel free to comment any wisdom that you think the world need to have, because I'm not only a platform or a canvas for artists, I'm a platform and canvas for my reflection. Go ahead and let the world know things that you feel as though they may be missing. Okay? And join me. Join me for a new episode every Friday. Join me. Join me for a live experience happening on my main page. I'm going to tag the main page. Okay? But make sure you read the captions. Join me. Join me on Twitch at Yahlil Lakwame. Join me. YouTube at Yahlil Lakwame. Facebook at Yahlil Lakwame. All social platforms at Yahlil Lakwame. Join me. And let's get rich, because that's the slogan. Because here we going to enrich the minds, enrich the spirits, enrich the bodies, so we can go ahead and enrich the world with our craft, with our art, with our music. Okay? And everything else that's flowing from us, because we vessel. Nevertheless, thank you. Let's go have a great time making the world great yet again. And let's get rich.